Many of us suffer from perfectionist tendencies, and I'm no exception. As a creative person, it's hard for me to be satisfied with something that's less than perfect, even when the art or craft I'm practicing is new to me. It's difficult for me to accept that I'll be bad at things to begin with, that my work won't look like the professionals, despite the effort I've put in. Moreover, it can be hard to accept that we still need to grow and develop our skills, even in areas where we've practiced for a time. When it comes to my YouTube videos, a part of me feels I should be better at this by now. I should be more charismatic on camera. My scripts should be tighter and cleverer, and I should be exuding a certain level of polish after 3 years plus on the platform. But we can't control how fast we learn or improve. I know I have improved from my very first videos. That I've dared to start a channel at all, 2 channels in fact, is something to be proud of. But still, I fall into the comparison trap. I look at creators who have cinematic B-roll, smooth voices, and gorgeous music, and then I look at my videos, which, while not bad, seem to be missing something. Somehow, my videos never come across as polished. Despite my best efforts, they feel amateur to me. I have an idea in my head of how a video will look and sound and feel, yet the reality never matches up to my fantasy. I start to wonder if this is as good as I'll ever be, if I just lack natural charisma or talent. I've never been 100% happy with my videos. I've never walked away thinking, this is amazing, people will love this. I've taken pride in my work, but the feeling persists that something about my creations, about me, is lacking. I fail to take into account that those with whom I'm competing have better equipment, more resources like royalty-free music or soundproof studios, and most importantly, years of experience under their belt. Some of the creators I admire have been doing this for 10 years or more, so of course they're going to know what they're doing. Perfectionism has led me to walk away from my channel several times. There were other factors too, but perfectionism played a role. When I would release a video, the feeling would creep in. If it wasn't that good, why bother releasing it? Then the low views would follow, further affirming my belief that my work simply wasn't worthwhile, that it was subpar, not bad but average at best, deserving of being overlooked. I was admitting again and again that it wasn't enough. No matter how hard I tried, I wasn't enough. The lack of glowing comments and engagement proved I was boring, predictable, uninspiring, sloppy. These were the adjectives I applied to my work in the absence of any glowing praise. We shouldn't need external validation to believe in ourselves. But when no one praises you, you have to wonder what you're lacking. After all, if my work was good and I was just some misunderstood genius, surely one person would say something. Surely if my videos were actually good, the 50 people who watched wouldn't just sit there and say nothing. Here's the thing though. People don't say anything, and that's important to remember. The majority of viewers will watch and move on. As a viewer, I don't comment on every video, even the ones I've enjoyed. In fact, most people don't leave a like or watch to the end, though YouTube uses these as metrics to judge if a video is worthy or not. When it comes to live stage performances, the fact you're physically there makes you more likely to stay. After all, if people just got up and left midway through a concert, that would be rude. Worse, a musician watching half his audience leave before he was finished would probably feel his music must be terrible. But such behavior is the norm online, because people aren't physically there, and so there's no pressure to stay. All this to say that a lack of reception isn't an indication of your quality. I wanted to believe it was me doing something wrong, because that gave me a sense of control. But the truth is that it does come down to luck. Being at the right place at the right time. Sure, you can always improve, and every lucky person still has to work hard, but you only control half the equation. There's this saying that luck is hard work meeting opportunity, but obviously you can't control when the opportunities show up. Some people get their opportunities early on, and those are the overnight success stories we hear. But sometimes, owing to circumstances beyond our control, our opportunities come later. And that doesn't mean our work is worthless in the meantime. If no one praises you, that doesn't mean your work isn't worthy of praise. What's more, if you need external validation to create, you will fail. In receiving consistently low views, I wanted to give up. And in a way I did, taking long breaks when I could have been growing my channel or honing my skills. I began to believe that I wasn't enough, that my work was pointless, and I was frustrated when the videos I made never looked like those created by my heroes. But for whatever reason, I keep coming back. Even with all the signals that I'm simply not that good, I keep trying. If I waited until I was perfect, until I'd bought every fancy piece of equipment and rewrote every script, I'd be in my 30s by the time I started. You have to start, even when you're not that good. Because we all have to start somewhere. Plus, your creations won't be that good in the beginning. Even after 3 years, your work might still be lousy, but you have to keep going. As long as you can see your improvement over time, it doesn't matter if your growth is slow, because growth is growth. A sapling needs years to grow before it can become a sweeping, majestic tree. Until then, it's spindly, easily crushed, and smaller than the blandest bush. No one gazes in awe at a sapling, and most frustratingly, they often need more water than growing trees. They require more work, despite providing no shade or beauty to the landscape. Yet gardeners nurture their saplings, because they know what they can become. In every beginning, there is potential. I've never been 100% happy with my videos, but the desire to make them, to create regardless of what others think, propels me forward. I create because I must, because it feels right. Maybe my videos are terrible. Maybe my writing and my art is poor, amateur in the extreme, but I can't ignore the compulsion that this is what I'm meant to be doing. I've had to learn to accept imperfection, to embrace it. I've had to learn to love my work, even when it sucks, and to take pride in my own efforts in the absence of external validation. I've had to learn to congratulate myself. I've put in a lot of work, and that means something, even if no one else can see that. I'm afraid to share my work, knowing it will be ignored. I haven't released any of my novels yet, because as long as I don't, I can write for myself without the concern in the back of my mind that I'm wasting my time because no one is buying them. As soon as you release something, you open yourself up to that rejection. If you know someone is going to ignore you, it might be less painful not to talk to them at all. But you don't know that someone will ignore you. Even if people ignoring you is the standard, there will always be that one person who doesn't. That person who appreciates you and everything you do. On some level, I create for those people. But I create for myself first and foremost. I don't need permission to tell my story, and I don't need validation to be proud of my hard work. If I gave into perfectionism, I would never release any videos. Books are art. But in embracing imperfection, I've learned to be content with a warts and all approach. My videos might have airplanes in the background. They might run too long, or they may simply be boring. But I don't care, because this is who I am. If I'm boring, that doesn't change the fact I have something to say. If I'm dull, I still have a story, and no matter what others think, I'm going to tell it. I'm going to accept imperfection, because there's no going forward if you don't.